Dad got this package once from an old college buddy of his. His name was Jacques Charlebois. Inside was a bottle with a little piece of paper in it. Dad explained that it was a letter he wrote to himself when he was at this end-of-the-year party back at Sherbrooke. A bunch of drunk engineering undergrads decided to write down their goals for the future. The messages were then passed on to a friend. The idea was those friends would send you your letter 20 years later to see if you managed to reach your goals. Well, Dad's letter said that in 20 years, he'd like to have some well-off job in engineering and a nice wife from Quebec. That last part was what stood out to me. He also mentioned this little girl he used to play with back in Vietnam. She teased him a lot. They got separated when he left for Canada in his teen years. In college, he dated a bunch of Caucasian girls. They all sounded kind of crazy to me. All of them expected marriage after only 3 months of dating. Anyway, this was after Dad graduated, and according to traditional Vietnamese customs, once you got your degree, you were ready to get married. So Baco, being the traditional lady she was, brought him to these matchmaking dinners where Dad would meet a bunch of different Vietnamese girls. It didn't really sound like he enjoyed them all that much, so he went on dating more Quebec girls. He was still young and didn't really want to settle down just yet. When Dad was finally ready to start a family, Banoi suggested the little girl he used to play with back in Vietnam. They got along well since she and the girl's mom were friends. The little girl pulled a prank on Dad once, apparently. To mess with him, she put soy sauce in Dad's drink while he was reading. He didn't notice. I'm assuming Dad agreed to meet his old friend because of all those crazy ex-girlfriends. He was working in New York when Banoi called him to tell him that the girl was coming to Canada. Dad brought her to see the sights around Montreal and a bunch of other sightseeing dates. When he was finally ready to announce the marriage and make the engagement official, he went to the house she was staying at. The family was ecstatic. Everyone was excited and approved. She said no. Dad wasn't worried. Well, they had another date, and they were going to go to this Japanese restaurant she wanted to try, but it was closed. After wandering the night a little more, they found this small, obscure-ish joint called Le Vent Vert, the Green Wind. They were the only 2 people in the restaurant. Over a baked Alaska, Dad got to know why his proposal got rejected. She wanted to see more of Canada and didn't really want to settle down just yet. She wanted to know her new home beforehand. A year later, Dad got married to his childhood friend. 30 years later, they're still together.